Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing on this slightly gloomy Tuesday? I'm doing quite alright, but I think the energy place that I'm coming from is quite calm and slow. So this has been my pace for the day, and it's probably going to be the pace of this video as well. Hope you don't mind. Now, what I wanted to do today was to pick up from where I left off when discussing my mission, which is to help people develop a kinder, more conscious and authentic relationship to themselves. And why is this? Just as a reminder, for two main reasons. One, because the relationship we have with ourselves sets the tone for all other relationships, and two, because the relationship to ourselves actually affects all areas of our lives, and it impacts and it shows up in every area of our life, be it our career, social, family, friends, relationships, and so on. So it is a great starting point to be paying attention to when we want to bring about some change, some positive change in our life, or bring about growth simply. So what I wanted to do today is to share a very simple exercise that's called the self-talk exercise. And what it does is basically it makes us bring awareness to something which otherwise might be quite automatic, which is our self-talk, our inner dialogue. So the exercise begins by us paying more attention and noticing the kind of self-talk that we have, so that listening to that inner voice and listening to what it says to us, to the tone that it uses, to the kind of sentences it tells us, and to the kind of language it uses, and so on and so forth. So we want to get as much detail as we can, and I would suggest, if something comes up for you, why not write it down so you can come back to it later, especially if there's something which is quite repetitive, so something which comes up quite often. For example, for me, in my case, one automatic sentence that would pop into my mind whenever I would make a mistake was, "Oh, I'm so stupid." So I knew that that was the go-to sentence whenever I would make a mistake. It was just automatic. So if there's something like that, if there's sentences that you hear a lot, or there's this something that pops up a lot for you, just note it down so you can come back to it later. Now, what we are doing is paying attention to the inner voice, and what we want to understand is if that voice is nurturing and supportive, empowering, and encouraging, or on the other hand, is it critical? Is it demeaning? Is it off-putting? Does it stop you from doing the things you want? So just bringing awareness, consciousness to all of this, noting things down so that we can then reflect upon them. Now, once you have done this and you have noted down your sentences, go and have a look and ask yourself this question: is this the way I would talk to a loved one? Is this the way I would talk to a friend? And if the answer is yes, then you're probably good to go. You have a good relationship with yourself, and your self-talk is encouraging and positive and reassuring and reaffirming. Whilst on the other hand, if you've answered no, it means that maybe you might benefit from doing a bit of work on your inner dialogue, on your self image and self esteem. And nothing to worry about, because a lot of us have negative inner dialogue wired into our brains, and it's very much possible to change that and to transform it into something more positive and to something more empowering. So there are things that can be done. Do not despair. There's work that can be done. For now, I will leave it there, but I would love to hear what comes up for you. If you have any reflections or if you notice anything that you'd like to share, please do let me know in the comments, and I will be sharing the next steps in my next video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.